What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Monday morning and the start of a brand new week. Monday, July the 5th, 2021. And I hope everyone had a great 4th of July and Independence Day. You were able to rest, spend some time with family, friends, the one you love. And I really hope that if, you are not one yourself, that you had the time or the ability and the opportunity to say thank you to someone who has served our country or is currently serving our country. Man, woman, young, old, doesn't matter what branch of the military, someone who has given the ultimate sacrifice for this country, our way of life, and our ability to be free and live in the greatest country on earth. I hate the fact, I'm gonna rant for a second. I hate seeing these self-righteous politicians that, they're not even politicians, they're activists who don't do anything other than bitch. Come out here and talk about how awful this country is and how it's so racist and bigoted and it's just a horrible, horrible place to live and it's so just unimaginably oppressing and nothing is good about it. Well, funny, because that type of talk about the country you live in, that type of speech, that type of just sheer hatred and disdain, if you were in another country that actually has oppression, China, North Korea, just to name a couple of the obvious ones, a lot of places in Africa, so many countries around the world, if you were to even remotely hint that you had a problem with the country, let alone outright just bash it, they would literally behead you, what they would do is they would kill every member of your family in front of you and make you watch it and then torture you to death. They would kill you. That's oppression. Cori Bush says yesterday, she's an activist turned politician, says, remember this, America is built on freedom. That freedom is only for white people. We are still enslaved or something. So my question would be, well, since you don't think that this is a free country for minorities, and she is a black woman, I'd like to let her know that she is free to leave anytime she wants and go to one of these oppressive countries where she thinks it's so much better. But she doesn't think it's so much better. She is oozing with so much privilege and freedom and an opportunity and just downright, sheer luck to be born an American, that she wouldn't know of oppression if it slapped her right in the face. All she wants to do is play victim and earn her living that way because she doesn't want to work. She doesn't want to actually do anything. She doesn't want to be a contributing member of society and the way America works, the land of opportunity. She wants to make a living on the backs of people that she represents by playing this oppressed victim when she wouldn't know the definition of oppressed. Funny, if the country is so racist and so bigoted and so awful and it hates black people and minorities and it's just so awful and it's only for white people, then please, please, please riddle me this. How did a black woman, her, and so many others, she's not the only one, she's one of many, get elected into public office by this racist country who hates her? Give me a break. Give me a break. Find a new cause. It's tired. Is there racism? Does it exist? Absolutely, and it's disgusting. There is nothing more disgusting than racism, period. And I don't care who it's racism towards. If it's racism against black, Mexican, or any type of Hispanic or Latin American, if it's against, it doesn't matter. Even racism against white people is disgusting. And you see that every day now. White people are just all racist and we're all horrible people. So be it. How did you get elected into public office? How have you been given a platform? And since we're such an oppressing country, why do you have the freedom to spew that nonsense out of that gaping, useless hole in front of your face? Riddle me that, where you don't have to lift a finger and do anything, and you make, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to just pretend you're a victim so you can try to be the next martyr like Colin Kaepernick, who was a failure at everything and decided to take a knee so he could get a payday because he wanted attention. You guys are sure free enough to do that in this oppressive regime that we're under here in America. God bless America. We're the greatest country in the world, and there's a lot of dumbass people out there that need to really get it together. Let's get on it. Last week, amazing week, where I told you everybody's been asking if I could start doing once a week a big, full week recap, like what we did. What was the win-loss record? What was the percentages? What was the overall profit? Things like that. And I told you that I would. What we're probably going to do is I'm going to do that here in just a second, but I'm probably starting this week, going to start doing a midweek recap on Wednesday or Thursday to say, okay, this is what we've done in total thus far. And then at the end of the week, we'll finish it off. That way we can just shorten the length of the videos a little bit. So anyway, I hope everyone had a great 4th. We had another great day. Let's get on to what we did real quick. But before I do that, smash the like button if you appreciate all these videos. Subscribe so you can become a part of our family. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that we put out. Because again, it's Monday morning. This video might not be up till Monday afternoon. So you never know what time we're actually going to put one out. Big announcement. Jerry, the GOAT of soccer, Jerry, who runs the West Coast office, him and his team have a game of the week locked in for tonight. And I love that. I love the fact that it's on a Monday. We kick off the week with such a huge game, a huge play that we are going to step out on and absolutely hammer. And we get to start the week absolutely sticking it to the books after cleaning them out last week. So I love that. The game is tonight. It is a night game. I'm not going to tell you what time it starts, but the play link is on the site. We released the play, he released the play, late last night. Late last night, it was after midnight by the time it was actually up on the site and available for purchase. Emails were sent out to all of the clients and all access members and everything, making them aware. The people that are all access members who already get games of the week, month, and year, they already knew they could log in and get the play. So all of that was done. And now I'm announcing it to everyone here. But you have to purchase by 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I'm not saying that the game starts at 7. I'm not saying that it starts at 8 or 10 or anything. But you have to purchase by 7 because that's when that purchase link will expire and it will disappear off the site. So if you haven't purchased by then, you won't be able to get it because you don't want to miss out on this. Last week, we had 2 games of the week winner. I had a Major League Baseball absolute blowout game of the winner and then game of the week. And that was on Friday, and then on Monday to start last week, we had an NHL game of the week that was, literally the easiest game of the week throughout the entire NHL season. So this is 2 weeks in a row. We're going to start with a enormously huge, games of the week. They're about as high as you get with our company. There's only 2 other plays that could be rated higher than a game of the week. So the fact that we get to have one of these fairly often is a great thing. And 2 weeks in a row, we get to start the week with one. It's even better. Jerry did not have a game of the week last week, but last Monday, when we had the NHL game of the week winner, we were only 2 days removed from his game of the week that Saturday, which was a 4-0 bloodbath that literally was never once for even a second in doubt. It was over before it started. So we are riding an enormous hot streak in all sports. Games of the week. Over the last 30 days, we released 7 game of the week plays in multiple different sports. Jerry released soccer. I had NHL and MLB. We haven't lost a single one. I'd have to go back and see when the last time we actually lost one is, but it hasn't been anytime soon. So make sure it's $50 as they always are, but they come with the best pure profit guarantee in the business. And that is when, where you get 3 days of all plays in all sports, premium and top play. Absolutely free, no questions asked. So that takes every bit of risk out of it and ensures that no matter what, you're gonna turn profit with the money that you spend, period. But you're not going to need those 3 days because this game ain't losing. So go to chasewins.com, go to the purchase tab. You are going to see at the top, very top, you see Jerry's Game of the Week. Now, right under that, you are going to see Monday's daily top play, like we have most days. There will be a top play today. There may even be two. As of this moment, Monday morning, I have already locked one in that I know for sure is going to get released. There is a second one that if I had a gun to my head right now, I would release it as a top play. I am waiting on a little bit of information as far as pitching goes, who's going to follow up, who is going to start for this particular team that I'm looking at, or the opposing team, or the opponent of the team that I'm looking at. I already know who's going to start. That's confirmed. There's 3 different options that it could be for who is going to follow that up, who will be the first person to come in relief. I think I know who that's going to be. I want to confirm that. I want to 100% confirm it. And if that's the case, there will be 2. You can look in the comments below and it will tell you how many we've got, or check Twitter. But it's a good chance we are going to have 2 Game of the Week plays. We're going to have a nice selection of MLB premium plays. And then I've already locked in an NHL winner for Game 4 tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens. And I'll tell you this, if Tampa Bay wins tonight, not only we have the ability to cash on this game. And I'm not going to tell you what the play is. It's probably not what you think. But despite this play, because again, we have released 4 plays in 3 games, or excuse me, 5 in 3 games. 5 plays, 3 games, and that's just in the Stanley Cups. Just in the Stanley Cup. 3 games, 5 plays we have released in the Stanley Cup Finals, and we are a clean 5-0. Excuse me. Yeah, that's right. 4-0 in premiums, and one of them was a Game of the Week. So ton of profit there. We're going to have one more play in game, or another play in Game 4. If Tampa Bay were to win tonight, they are going to win back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. And guess what? We will also be cashing our 9-1 futures prediction made before the season started on Tampa Bay to win it all and repeat and go back-to-back. And that'll be a 9-1 winner for everybody that was on it. I know you guys are ready for that to cash. I mean, it's evident they're up in the series 3-0. We know Tampa Bay's going to win, so you're going to cash that ticket. But it would be nice to go ahead and cash it tonight. Why not? Start the week off with just another 9-1 huge profit winner. Why not? Anyways, that's what we've got going on today. So get the Game of the Week. And now if you also want to step out on the daily top plays, which will be in Major League Baseball, you can get that as well. Just the top plays for $25. You'll see that link directly under Jerry's Game of the Week. So for $75, you're going to get 2, possible, or most likely even 3 games you can step out on. You can step out on the daily top plays like you do every day. And then you can step out twice as big on that Game of the Week, and you'll have 3 winners that you get to cash in on. Now, if you want everything, if you want to add the premium plays in there too and get another handful of winners, jump on the Game of the Week, but then jump on a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass that gets you all premium plays in all sports every day, but that also includes the daily top plays. So you won't have to purchase those separately. The only thing you'll have to purchase separately is that Game of the Week and any games of the week or month that come during, while you're on your pass. Now, if you don't want to do all that, and you're like, listen, I want to buy one pass, I don't want to buy separate stuff, and I want it to come with everything, get an all-access membership. Get an all-access membership for 30 days, and it's at half price right now. And that comes with everything. All premium and top plays, all games of the week, games of the month, games of the year, futures predictions, prop bets, soccer, golf. It even comes with NASCAR. It literally means all access. You get access to everything released on chasewins.com, no matter how highly rated it is, no questions asked. You can get a 30-day pass on sale now, or you can get a 1-year all-access pass, which is what every one of our clients that becomes a client of ours, within a week, that's what they're striving for. That's what they want. And within a month, sometimes a couple of months, if they're starting out really small and they're brand new to this, they have been able to purchase that based on just profit that we've made them. So keep that in the back of your mind. All right, real quick, let's run this down. So yesterday, another profitable day, Major League Baseball. We did it again. Started out the day with a nice winner on the Chicago White Sox, going over their total. And then that game right there was just the perfect one. Some people got it at 8, some people got it at 8.5. Didn't matter, it was 11 runs scored. Easy winner there. We also cashed in an early game on the Padres going over the total as well. That was 8, 8.5, depending on where you got it at. I think we got it at 8.5. Padres scored 11 by themselves, so another easy winner. We did drop the White Sox on the money line yesterday, which was a little steep. We were right at our limit, 165. And again, one inning, they just really underperformed in pitching, and that's what cost them that game. Else they would have won that game by 2. But we also cashed in another top play yesterday, and that was in that same game. We took over 4.5 White Sox team total as a top play, and it cashed. And it cashed early. Now, they only scored 5 runs, so people would say, oh, you got lucky. Well, no, they scored those 5 runs, like, I mean, what, the halfway point? So, I mean, we had cashed a ticket halfway through the game. It wasn't luck. It was a fluke that they didn't score anymore. So, another profitable day in Major League Baseball. Another top play winner. Doesn't get better than that. NASCAR yesterday for the Independence Day pass. Congratulations to everyone that jumped on that. A lot of you, that was your first time getting NASCAR. You got to see firsthand what it's all about now. Another outright race winner by Patrick, this time on Chase Elliott. He did hedge a couple of drivers with that based on the fact that this is a racetrack, Road America, a road course that hasn't been run, or the Cup circuit hasn't run there. So the races that he covers, the Cup Series, you know, and it's been called different things throughout the years, Winston, Nextel, all that stuff. But the Cup Series hasn't raced there since like the 1950s or something. I mean, it's been a long time. None of the drivers there have any experience running a Cup race there. There have been some Xfinity and Truck Series that some of them have some experience in. Nobody had experience running this course in a Cup Series race. So it was an even playing field. So Patrick had to work his ass off this week to make sure he was getting you the best information possible. 6 plays yesterday that were head-to-head. 6. Went 4 and 2 overall, cashing a top play winner. Profit there, easy does it. And then race winner, he did take Chase Elliott. Now, usually on a race winner, if you have a couple, yeah, you'll hedge it. You'll go even money on all of them because these things are at plus money, ranging anywhere from, $300, $400 all the way up to plus $2,000, plus $3,000. So you hedge a couple, one of them wins, you've turned profit. Well, he did something yesterday that he doesn't do very often, and that's when he really likes a driver. I mean, he really likes a driver. And he believes that that driver is going to be the winner, and that's all he needs to put. He doesn't need to hedge anything, but he does because of the type of race and the situation that they're in. He had no choice but to hedge yesterday because of the fact that there was nothing to go off of. He really had to dig down in the nitty-gritty to find what he needed to be able to provide winners. So he doubled the wager on Chase Elliott yesterday, and it was clearly labeled for everybody that got it. Instead of flat betting everything, you went double the amount on Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott was plus 350 yesterday, what we released it at. I did see where some people got it at plus 400 and they told me about. So if you got it at plus 350, you're $100 per unit better. You would have doubled that. Then you would have made $700 just off of that right there. You'd have made 7 units just off that. You take your hedges out of it, that's to be expected, and then you take your profit that you made with your head-to-heads. Most people would have made roughly, and it depends what book you use. Your lines and your odds could have been off by a couple of cents, differing from ours who use William Hill. But you would have roughly made about 5 units of profit yesterday in NASCAR alone, and that right there, that was a small day. Most races will give you between 9 and 13 units on average in profit. Think about it. And you got that for a $25 purchase. It's time to get on the NASCAR season. I'm going to be sending everyone an email who was on that pass yesterday and giving you a one-time opportunity to lock in the rest of NASCAR for less than it would cost you to lock in 2 weeks of plays. Be on the lookout for that. Last week, going over everything. MLB premium plays 27 and 14 for 67% on the week, 8.1 to 8.4 units of profit overall just on MLB premiums, depending on what your lines were, if they differed just a little bit. So that's why I say between that. Top plays going 4 and 2. That was an easy week. The two losses that we had both came on days where we had double top plays, or no, excuse me, one of them did, the other one didn't. It was a fluke that we lost and we were on the right sides, but it happens. And then we also cashed in our game of the week. So you'd have made 5 units on that alone. So roughly 10.5 units, give or take, a tenth of a unit here or there, but roughly 10.5 units of profit on top plays. NBA 3-1 last week for 75%, so you would have made just under 2 units there when you take out the one loss and the juice with it. NHL 4-0, 100% on the week for premium plays, and then we also had a game of the week, so 5-0, 100%, and 9 units of solid profit. In the NHL, we would have made just under, right at 29.5 units of profit on the standard stuff. You add NASCAR in, and then that's not even counting Jerry's soccer. So you throw that in the mix too if you're on his plays. Guys, you could have made just shy of 40 units last week. 40 units. $100 per unit bettors, how you want to make $4,000 in a week? $1,000 per unit bettors, one dime bettors. You want to make $40,000 in a week? Come to ChaseWins.com and get with somebody that's going to actually make you money instead of dealing with a service run by someone who can't balance a checkbook, let alone give you investing advice that's actually going to make you money. Would you take real estate advice from a homeless person? All right then. Get with somebody that knows what they're doing. Great week last week. Congratulations to everybody. We're going to kick it off and we're going to strive to do even better this week, and I believe we can. Free play time. And I've only got to do this one other time this season, so I'm excited to do it. I'm not going to get into this big spiel because I know that I'm going to get emails for people running their mouth, and it's going to make them look so stupid. But I am taking my Chicago Cubs tonight, and I am taking them proudly, and I am taking them confidently at home to take care of business. I'm taking them on the money line because I believe we're getting a very, very good price, and there's a lot of upside in value here. Money line, Chicago Cubs at home, minus $1.40. Zach Davies is going on the mound. Now, he's not somebody that I am overly crazy about. I wasn't crazy when they picked him up. There's nothing he's done that's made me overly crazy. Now, his last start, himself and 3 relievers did come in to all combine for a no-hitter. So congratulations there. That was all fine and well. I love that. But I'm not a big fan of Zach Davies. I'm really not. I never have been. I doubt that I ever will be. And he's just not somebody that really gets my rocks off. I don't think that he's an overly great pitcher, and he doesn't do anything that excites me on any given day. If it is, it's few and far between and very, very rare. But this is a spot where I trust him a lot more than I would any other time. He is 5-5 on the year, but that's a large in part to the fact that when he pitches, he also gets good run support, which is another reason why I would really like the Cubs in this spot. Matt Moore, on the other hand, for the Phillies, he's only 0-1. He has a small sample size. He's only got 19 strikeouts for the year. He's pitched a couple of games. He's got like a 5.8 ERA, but again, small sample size. So that number, when you look at it, you can, kind of take that with a grain of salt, because once he's gone out there and pitched in 10 games, that ERA could drastically go one way or another. There are pitchers out there that have ERAs under 3. That if you went off of just cherry-picked one game and said, all right, I want to know his ERA could be 11. So take that for what it is. But I don't trust Matt Moore. I don't like Matt Moore. He's a left-handed pitcher that really struggles with command. And his velocity dips very fast and it goes up and down. That's not good, because then when he loses command, what does he do? He hangs them over some sweet spots. He also likes to throw them somewhat low and in the strike zone. Yeah, and who do you have on that team that likes to do their golf swings? Javi Baez, Wilson Contreras, Anthony Rizzo, who even chokes up and stands literally nuts to catcher's face, likes to get inside and chip it away. KB will do it as well because he stands so far outside and he's so lanky. You're going to toss one low and inside the strike zone, just barely painting that corner, they will tee off on you, Mr. Matt Moore. And I believe that's what's going to happen tonight. You got a slight wind going out just to left field towards Lake Michigan. I hope that stays. It is supposed to shift and come back blowing in, but based on the weather report right now, that should take place after midnight, and I hope that that stands true, because if that happens, we also get the weather in our favor, the wind in our favor. And guys, I just don't trust Matt Moore. Not to mention, look at what the Cubs have done. They just lose game after game after game after game after game. Well, the last 6, 7, 8 games, whatever, they've just gotten beat over and over and over and over again. They haven't won a game in quite a while. But if you've noticed over the past 2 games, even though they've lost, part of that's been, part of that is because of pitching. They just haven't been able to hang on. Their bullpen hasn't been able to, salvage what they've done throughout so that they can pick up the win. And right there at the end, they lose. But they were really, really struggling at the plate, waiting for their pitches, swinging at garbage, not swinging at anything at all. And then David Ross really got into them guys. And you've noticed over the past few games, they've swung at smart pitches, they've waited on that stuff, and they've actually started becoming more aggressive like they had done up until, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they were one of the most aggressive teams at the plate. They had one of the better offenses on paper. They were, as far as winning goes, they were one of the more impressive teams in the National League for at least what had gone on for the season thus far. And they were not only leading the division, they were leaving everybody in the dust, or at least starting to. And then they just freaking hit a wall. But I think that stops tonight, and I think it starts with them finally coming home, getting to play somebody that they match up well with, that they know they can take advantage of, and let this start what could be a good week and start another streak for them. The Phillies, I don't understand how the Phillies could literally have the most talented player at every position on their team. The most talented third baser, Phillies could have it. They could also have the most talented first baseman, second baseman, shortstop, all their outfield and everything, and the Phillies would still find a way to suck shit. Just like every other team in that city. The Phillies blow. Bryce Harper, he's a choke artist. He's the most non-clutch talented baseball player I've ever seen. Bryce is actually a good player. I don't like him, but he's a good player. But when it comes down to being clutch, he's about as clutch as a door. So I just don't understand it. They don't utilize McCutchen near enough, especially when he's healthy, feeling good, and doing well. The Phillies they're a joke. They have so much talent that they should be a shoo-in for postseason every year, and you don't even know if they're going to be a 500 team. They're awful. The Cubs are a better team, by and large. They're much better managed and coached, but right now they're struggling. So if they come in focused tonight like they have the last 2 games where I really believe they should have won, I think the Cubs, get back on the right foot tonight, start the week off well, and I think this will be the first night and the start of what's going to be a good week for the Cubs. So only one time have I been able to give out a free play this year on the Cubs. We won that game. I have played 8 games involving the Chicago Cubs this year. That's it. Only 8 times this entire season have I played a game that involves the Cubs at all. And out of those 8 times, well, tonight we'll make it 9. So we'll go ahead and include that 9th. Out of those 9 times, 6 of them I have faded the Cubs. And every time I have faded them, other than 1, we've cashed. So don't say, oh, that's your team, that's why you're picking them. I fade them more than I take them. I care about money. Yes, they're my team. I love them more than anything, and I've been a diehard fan since you were probably still shitting yellow. But when it comes to money, I have no loyalty. I have no team. All I have is that. That's it. So, Chicago Cubs, money line minus $1.40. That is your play. Go to chasewins.com. Go get on Jerry's Game of the Week. You have till 7 p.m. to do so. And then make sure that while you're there, either jump on a multi-day all sports pass so you can get the premiums and the 2 daily top plays. You'll get all of that. But then, if you don't want the premium plays, you just want the top plays. If you're brand new, you've never been with us before, jump on the Game of the Week, and right under it, jump on the MLB top plays for the day. Get you 3 plays that you can step out on, smash your book, and kick the week off with more profit than you probably made in the last 2 weeks with whatever service you're using. For those who were with us last week, congratulations. You have enough profit now to buy whatever you want out of profit instead of your pocket. So make sure you do so. I'm going to be sending some emails out. We'll do something special for you guys this week. I know that I should have at least one huge step out game of the week or month in MLB this week that I'm looking into now. But we're going to kick the week off with Jerry and a winner from his team. Go get on it now. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the winner's circle.